Good afternoon, everyone. This is Leah Dixon in Port Coquitlam. I am coming in to make a card with you. Hopefully some of you saw my earlier post and had time to gather some materials, some DSP, a stamp set with some nice larger sentiments, and a punch or a die set to cut those out. It's a pretty simple card, and it's using the same card sketch that I used for a paper pumpkin alternative card 2 months ago. So we're going to be using the same sketch idea and just changing it up a little bit today to create something new. So to get started, I am going to grab a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and this is cut, I knew the dimensions earlier. Oh wow, what's happening with my focus here? Sorry guys. Let's see if I can get this to steady out. When I'm using my regular camera, I have no problem, but when I'm doing lives, for some reason my focus keeps coming in and out. Sorry. Alright, so here we go. This is cut at 3 3/4 by 3 1/2. So we want just a piece of Whisper White cardstock. If you don't have Whisper White in that size, any other scrap will do, because we're actually covering this up entirely with DSP. We won't be able to see it at all. It's just kind of a card base. Wow, I am not sure what's happening here with our focus. This is really not good at all. Let's just pull that up and see what's happening. See if I can get that to steady out. Alright, hopefully that will be better. Okay, so the two pieces of card or DSP that I'm going to use today are both from the Best Dressed 6x6 DSP set. These are the ones that have the perfume bottles and makeup brushes on one side. The other side is some beautiful floral and the stripes that go really nicely together. I'm going to grab my little paper trimmer. So this paper trimmer is one that you get when you sign up with a starter kit. You get this and a package of DSP that does actually include this exact paper. So we're going to cut these so that they are at 3 1/2. And then this striped piece, we're going to cut it again so it is at 2 1/2. Let's put that little piece off to the side. And then our floral piece, doesn't really matter which way we cut it. So I have to start first of all cutting this at 3 1/2. And then again, I'm going to turn it and I'm going to cut it at 1 1/2. There we go. All right, so we've got our two little pieces now that are going to completely cover up that piece of Whisper White that we got. I'm going to glue down my stripes first. Oh, this focus is driving me crazy. I'm not really sure what to do about that. That's awful. Okay, I'm going to try and keep everything at a good distance away from the camera and hope that that's not going to auto adjust on me. Really strange. It's been getting worse, it seems, over the course of time. I'm not sure if it's my lighting that's changed or what. All right, so hopefully I can keep that under control. So we're going to glue our stripes down first and just completely covering up our DSP. Oh, now somebody's calling me. Let's just see here. Decline that. I'll accept that call later. All right. So we've glued down our stripes for our DSP. Now we're going to glue down our floral pattern, and I do want the floral to be over top because these do overlap just a little bit, and I want as much of the floral as I can because it is the smaller piece anyways. All right, there we go. So we had a little bit of fun in our team this afternoon. So my stamping team, one of our members, Marika, she organized a stamping charades for us on Zoom. So even though we're all across Canada, we got together and played charades with the stamp sets as the things that we were trying to act out. It was super fun. So hoping that we'll be able to get on and do something like that again, and just keep things fun while we're at home. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some old olive twine. And so this is available in the, what's it called? The Magnolia Lane Combo Pack is where you can get this old olive twine. And it's just a really nice alternative to using like white baker's twine or something. Just a little splash of color on here. I'm going to wrap that around twice and then tie a knot kind of off to the left-hand side. And once I've got that knot tied, I'm going to actually tie a bow. Hi, Janice. How's it going? So you missed a fun round of charades today. Oh my gosh. So funny watching Marika act out a mermaid. Yeah, wow. Very fun. If she posts it again that she's doing it, you should definitely join in, even if you're not. Like, only 4 of us actually acted things out, and then the rest of us were just guessing. So much fun. I haven't laughed that hard in a while. All right, so now I'm going to trim up these edges. I'm going to keep this quite long though. There we go. Hi, Sandy. Good afternoon. All right, with that done, I'm going to set that off to the side. And I'm going to grab just a scrap piece of Whisper White cardstock. And I've got the sentiment from the Stitched All Around stamp set here, the Oh Darling, You're Fabulous. And I've got some lovely lipstick ink. I'm going to stamp my sentiment with the lovely lipstick. You can use any sentiment, like this would make a great birthday card or whatever. I'm actually getting ready for end of month. Every month on my team, I send out cards to the top 5 in sales. And so just getting those cards ready. So with that done, the Stitched All Around actually has the most gorgeous dies that go with it. So I'm going to grab my die cutting machine and the dies that go with this. There's my die cutting machine. And I've got my magnetic plate here. Oh, and my die has stuck to the bottom of it. There we go, magnetic plate, base plate. I'll put down my cardstock. I'm going to put down my die. You can use a punch or whatever it is that you want to punch out whatever sentiment you've used to create this card. And roll that through. All right. And when we pop this one out, this one has so many fun little like embroidered bits on the side. So you do have to make sure that all those extra little bits pop out. I usually use like a little roller brush to get those out, but today I'm just being a little bit lazy and don't want to go across my office to go grab it. So I'm just going to use my fingernail to pop those out. If I was doing a bunch of these, I would definitely go get my tool and roll them out. It would be way faster. All right. Okay, and one last piece. Oh, no, I forgot this corner. So this die is really nice. Some of them pop out and leave the nice little hole behind, and some of them actually don't pop out and just have like some nice stitching around them. And one more on that side. There we go. So you can see some of them are stitched and some of them have the nice pop outs. So really nice. While we have our die cut machine here, we're actually going to grab a piece of old olive cardstock. I know I had a scrap on my desk somewhere. Let's see, I seem to have lost it now. Interesting. All right, well, I'll grab another scrap and cut another piece. So I had cut a piece earlier, a scrap for my desk at 1.5 by 2. We don't need a very big piece, so it's just a random piece that I had found on my desk and lost again. And I'm going to pop that into the Subtles embossing folder. So this embossing folder really is quite subtle. It just creates a look of kind of like textured cardstock. It's really not a pattern or anything. And so we'll roll that through. You could do something with a bolder pattern if you wanted, or if you have like some old textured cardstock, you could use that as well. It felt a little bit plain to me to just leave it as a regular piece of cardstock. So here, I'll show that to you. You can see it's just got a little bit of texture to it. All right, so we are done with the embossing or die cut machine now. We can bring our pieces back in. You guys are going to get sick of watching me use this punch, but this is my tailored tag punch. My absolute favorite punch. And there we go again. Another little banner. All right, with that banner created, I'm going to grab some snail glue, whichever, doesn't really matter, and just put a little bit of stickiness at the top. And we're going to pop that underneath our DSP that we put together before. Okay, now we need to grab a card base. I'm going to use just one of my pre-scored Whisper White card bases. And we're going to glue this right onto that card front. So grab some liquid glue. You could use snail for this as well, but I find that with the twine here, snail doesn't always hold as well as I'd like it to. So I would suggest either liquid glue or Terran tape. That way you're going to really make sure that this stays put. And when I glue it, I'm gluing it all the way over to the edge of my card. There we go. All right, got that. Now we're going to add some dimensionals to the back of our fancy label here. There we go. All right, and we are just about done this card. It's a really fast one today, but a really nice one, and you can make it look so different depending on the DSP you use. So here we go, pop in there. Just make sure that we're not pinning down any of that twine. We want it to just kind of fly around on top. So there we have that. And then the last thing we're going to do is add some rhinestones. So I've got my peacock rhinestones here that I'm going to add to this. And I'm actually adding, I'll grab my one that I've already started off of. I'm actually adding 3 little green rhinestones to this card out of our pretty peacock rhinestones. So just another little green element onto that card. And there you have it. It's all done. So you can see it's got all the same elements as that card that I created before. Just a slight little change up depending on the DSP and the ribbon and everything that you want to use to create that. So before I get off, I'll just let you guys know about a few other things that are going on. I do have a 50% off item available this weekend. I'm going to be placing an order tomorrow. So tomorrow morning I'll do a random draw for people who comment on my post about that 50% off item. And what else is happening? Oh, and for this weekend only, again until tomorrow when I place my order, I am offering free shipping on orders over $60. So if you need it shipped directly to you because you're not in BC, I can do that. Or if you're local, then I'll have it shipped to me, and then that will save even more on shipping, although I'm covering the costs, and then I can deliver it to you. Thank you, Sandy. And finally, this is also, we're in the home stretch now for being able to get the starter kit with all of the extras, that little paper trimmer that I used, and the DSP pack, and the extra stamp sets and everything. So you have until Tuesday night, March 31st, to get in on that starter kit deal. So if you have questions about that, let me know. And then the last thing that I'm hoping you guys can help me out with, I will be posting on my website as well, is just letting me know what stamp sets you'd like to see me featuring in my videos. Because I've got all this time on my hands, I'm doing a lot more videos. And I'd love to be creating stuff that you guys want to see. So thanks for helping out with that. I hope you comment below. Please feel free to share these videos as well. And I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Bye.